Tanya Banotti, you are leaving us. We are devastated, but we have to try and thank you appropriately for all that you have done for us over the last 8 years. Some of the most eloquent and articulate people in Irish theatre that I know are going to attempt today to put into words how much we owe to you. They will fail because it is impossible to communicate to you exactly how grateful we are and how much we owe you for all that you've done for us as a community, a sector and an art form.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening.
We're here tonight to celebrate and excavate, perhaps, the life and times of Tanya Banotti.
It's Banotti.
I'll never forget the day we were interviewing and the door opened and around the corner came this mass of sort of curly hair and a great big beaming smile and enough energy to wire the national grid.
Tenacity and drive and energy and all of those wonderful adjectives.
You're an absolute dynamo and an inspiration to us all.
Genuine leadership, and as well as your drive and your political savvy.
A marvellous ability to think strategically and politically and creatively and to always see the bigger picture, which really makes you a force of nature.
Loudmouth, trailblazer, troublemaker.
A brilliant ambassador for Irish theatre and always a warm, welcoming person.
Fantastic she is. She's just only fantastic.
Yes, and because she's so fantastic,
Famous.
Very famous, political dynasty.
Yeah.
I think you can move people from one room to another quicker than anyone else I know.
Herding of theatre folk around various conference venues.
If we were all playing a giant game of pick a side, every one of us would want you on our team.
Every industry needs its equivalent of the head girl to keep us in line and to give us a thoroughly good telling off every so often, but who is really rather a good sort. And Tanya, you're the best sort. You've managed to give this daft industry of ours a lot of coherence.
So we were very, very lucky that somebody of Tanya's calibre was prepared to throw her weight behind this brand new organisation. Nobody knew what was going to come of it. And she had already had a fantastic career, had done great things in the film world, in politics and advocacy, but for some reason she decided to embrace us, and we embraced her right back.
Like everybody else, I'm finding it genuinely hard to imagine Theatre Forum without you. You have become such a part of the landscape and a fixture in our lives.
The lasting impact you have had on the performing arts sector.
You've knocked the theatre sector into shape, not alone, but you've had a significant impact, and I think we can be very grateful.
One thing I've noticed, I think in the last 5 or 6 years, as we've come under more and more threat with the recession, is the ability the community has had to pull together and to make the case together. I think you were played a very important part of that. You've led from the front, you've organised people, the force of your personality, your ideas and your belief in particular in the arts has been an inspiration to us all.
And above all, you really helped us look at what we do and treasure it. We will treasure you forever, and I think these years will be known as the Banotti years.
I know it's probably the only time I get to talk to you without you interrupting me, but it probably took somebody as bossy and as dynamic as you to make this amazing organisation work and to be of such great service to so many people throughout the arts.
I will never forget the first time I talked to you and you scared the living bejesus out of me.
I wouldn't like to be on the team opposite Tanya. I think that wouldn't be much fun.
Oh, she's going like this a lot. Give me more money. Give me more money.
More
she
money,
says all
yeah.
the time.
Likes to win
more
bells,
money
bells,
for the arts.
Likes bells, quite a lot of things, yeah.
If I think about the times when I felt Tanya Banotti's, or the sense of Tanya Banotti's breathing down my neck, I've been a little bit terrified, or as I got more used to it, less so with my asbestos collar. But I've been very grateful for that, because you're great at getting things done.
You can come to you with an idea and you make it happen. And I think that's a really unique thing, not just in the arts, but I think across Irish society. I think we're the kind of people who say, oh no, well hang on, how are we going to do this? Whereas I think so many amazing projects have happened because people have come to you and said, let's do this. And you said, okay, let's do it.
Driving home and establishing the Druidstone Arts Marketing course. Because what that's left has been a huge legacy. Essentially, there's now a generation
of young arts marketeers, well, maybe not so also young, but a whole generation of arts marketeers.
You participated with Project Art Centre as one of the partners on the MAKE initiative, which is now in its 4th year.
As an actor who took part on the Next Stage programme, you were just fantastic, always there for us, always encouraging us, making us know we had to step up to the plate like you always do.
And for your phenomenal work for the National Campaign for the Arts.
There are generations and generations of audiences we also have to thank you, because now all their details are indeed captured on those databases.
And bringing people together, even just bringing them together, is such a powerful thing to do. And you've been amazing in doing that, not least in the annual conference, and always being available to people for advice and not having a dog in any fight.
I'd never worked in theatre before, and I called you up, and you were like, why? Why is this theatre even opening? And at that stage, it was only me working there, and you were like, you need this, 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 and this, you need funding. I had nothing. I have never been so terrified in my life. But you were absolutely brilliant. You give me so much help. You give me so much guidance and assistance that literally I couldn't have done what I've done without you.
We really, really are going to miss you. But like all great Italian mamas, you are doing the greatest act, which is you're leaving us to do it all by ourselves, which is your final act of great empowerment.
I remember Maureen Potter saying to me a long, long time ago, the best way to leave an audience is to always leave them wanting more. And I'm glad to say I think you've achieved that and achieved it royally and achieved it so well. But I remember somebody else also saying to me, we know where you live and we know where you live.
We'll miss you especially because you're actually going to be leaving the profession, but we're going to get you back. So I'm just telling you that and warning you now.
I hope I'm not going to miss your smile and your general presence around the place at all of the theatre.
You'll be really missed, but hopefully you won't be missed from the audiences because you'll be there, and hopefully we'll work with you again in the future.
And I know you've promised that you'll become a friend of Dublin Theatre Festival as soon as you start your new job. I'm going to hold you to that in front of all these witnesses. But I hope certainly that whether you become a friend or not, variety of entry levels available, whether you become a friend or not, you certainly won't be a stranger.
You're going to be so seriously missed, so completely, deplorably missed from Theatre Forum and from the whole theatre world.
And I want to wish you all the very best. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
I'm sure that you'll bring that success and that open-minded determination and incredible ambition and hard work with you to IAPI, and I think they're incredibly lucky to have you.
You're indoctrinated now officially as part of the family, as part of the theatre and performance family. So I know you won't be very far away, and I know in the world of advertising we'll possibly have now a Tanya Banotti rate.
I look forward to seeing how you thrive and prosper in your new role. And I wish you all the best. Lots of love.
We're losing our head girl and we're going to miss her, and yet we know we won't because we're going to stay in touch. And we want you to go on to greater things, as we know you are so capable of, and we hope you end up running the country.
Scarlett, for you, you're probably not used to getting all these compliments, but I want to join everybody else in saying a heartfelt thank you to you for the impact that you've had on the theatre sector.
And thank you for taking us under your wing. Thank you for showing us that we need to believe in ourselves, that we have a voice that should be heard, that a voice that needs to be heard. Thank you for making all sorts of bonds grow between companies and organisations and individuals in what had been quite a disparate, fractured world. There's no doubt that we're so much stronger and happier and more confident than we would have been if you hadn't come into our lives.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Thanks, Tanya. Have a great evening.
Thanks for everything. It's been great.
Thank you very much for everything, and good luck in the next adventure.
Thank you so much for everything that you have done. The best of luck with everything, Tanya. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
A big thank you, a sincere thank you for doing such a brilliant job in Theatre Forum.
Cheers, bye-bye, see you later.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you very much, Tanya, and I wish you tremendous success.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much, Tanya, and good luck.
Thanks.
I've just spent the most incredible day driving around, interviewing people and hearing people say amazing things about you. And it's all true. But nobody more than me knows what we're really losing today, because I've spent the last 7 years working with you. So thank you so much for always being such a wonderful person to work with. It hasn't always been easy, but it's always been fun, and we've had so many good laughs together. We've done amazing things in all our adventures, from crazy experiences at annual conferences, open spaces, MAKE, The Next Stage, Druidstone, countless members' meetings, Oireachtas presentations, and all the other things that we've done together, and I've enjoyed every second of it. You are an amazing person to work with. You're kind and generous and just such a good person to be around. And your legendary enthusiasm is infectious. So on behalf of myself and all the staff who've worked at Theatre Forum over the years, Andrew and Sarah and Catherine and Amy, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being such a good person to work with. You are going to be truly, truly, truly missed. And I'm just so delighted to call you my friend.
We're letting you go, but only temporarily. And only because we know that the rest of the world needs saving too. So when you've done that, we want you to come back to us. Because we'll still be here, we'll still love you, we'll still miss you, we'll still need you. And this is where you belong.
And what's so great about advertising anyway?